armies at your command. Shadow Fortress and other vehicles sold separately, you have to put them together. From Ken.
Hello everyone, it's Retroaction, and I'm back here. I'm back with more retro toy reviews. I'm here with the start of the Megaforce reviews. Now, Megaforce was a toy released by Kenner in 1989. We're here with the first of the VVOX vehicles. This is, that I have anyway, this is Thorhammer, the Mobile Launch Complex. As you see, the missile fires out like that, or the rocket. It's actually called the heat-seeking warhead on the box, because Kenner designed this toy line so there were no enemies, no good or bad side. You got to choose that for yourself. They also labelled, they gave like extensive diagrams of what would be going on in each vehicle, like where the cockpit is and where certain weapons are, and they labelled everything, basically created a whole story behind them. Well, there wasn't much of a story behind them, but they gave them like technical specification stuff. So according to that, according to Kenner, this is a heat-seeking warhead. And you see, this is a Thorhammer from Kenner Megaforce. From Megaforce, toy line released by Kenner, 1989. So this is Thorhammer, the Mobile Launch Complex. This is the largest ground VVOX vehicle. This is quite cool. It's like a missile carrier. Well, it's a Mobile Launch Complex, but... So this is the Mobile Launch Complex. You can see we've got loads of these armaments everywhere. It's really cool. All these guns rotate. Everything. Some really cool guns on there. Look at that. They all spin, everything fantastic. Go up and down. This thing is equipped and armed to the teeth. You see we've got all these cannons, all these armaments. They do come off, as you see. They look like that. That one does come off, which you've got to be careful of, and they just go in there like that. Got stickers here, and you can see it's got 36 on it. We've got this really cool control tower section. You see there's a bit of a feature that I'm showing off there. Got the gantry, we've got all these rotate, really cool. We've got 36 under there as well, on the cockpit. If I pick it up, there's some really cool detail on it. It looks fantastic. And the whole idea of Megaforce was all these vehicles. There are two factions, there's Triax and VVOX. None are good, none are evil. Kenner let you decide. Just one of the most unique parts about it. But the toy line is Kenner actually let everyone, the person playing with the toys, decide what side is what side is the heroes and the villains and all that. And also, all these vehicles are supposed to be larger than your modern day airplanes and fighter jets and helicopters and missile carriers. So this is supposed to be like 10 times the size of a missile carrier right now, basically. It's a very futuristic design approach and everything, so take that into account. Megaforce was a competitor to Micro Machines from Galoob. Kenner, just like Hasbro tried with their Micromaster line for Transformers, Kenner had to compete and beat Micro Machines as well. They failed, the line was cancelled. There was a Series 2 in 1990, which had a Night Fighters and an Arctic series. That's supposed to be Series 2. Night Fighter and Arctic theme set of vehicles. But the line was cancelled. They did appear in the 1990 Toy Fair catalogue from Kenner, but they didn't get further than that. So unfortunately the line failed. But it wasn't a big failure. It had a good run, and the vehicles are very cool. Some of the coolest Kenner vehicles, I find. Some people do like this line. One of Kenner's more forgotten lines, but it's definitely one of their best as well. So it wasn't a complete failure. It's probably a moderate success, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. But it was around for 1 year, 1989. So it didn't definitely didn't beat Micro Machines or Micromasters, but it was Kenner's take. So there you go. And so we've got these guns that move, very cool. Now this is the VVOX symbol, this black circle with the yellow star. And so we've got the missile here, or the warhead as Kenner likes to call it. As you'll see, there's a button there. Mine does fire, as you probably tell, way too much. But what you're supposed to do is, there's a lever on the back here, and you extend the gantry, and then it fires off. So there you go, very cool. And the missile does turn, so it's on like a mechanism. As you can see, it rotates sort of. So yeah, it looks very cool in that mode. And it's firing off. You can also take this. This is like some sort of drone, some sort of jet that comes out, and that will go in there as well. And you can use that as a firing projectile. Like so. So there you go. It's got some really cool. It's got quite some firepower to it. This vehicle. So we've got 2 missiles that you can blast off the enemies, fire off. Very cool. Now the other feature though is around the back here, where we have this other lever, and what happens is it's a loading platform, and inside you got some tanks in there. Got the VROX tank that came with this set. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put a tank on there, and if you get it done properly, it's quite a cool mechanism. You deploy them into battle. So there you go, you got them in battle. This is the tank that came with the Thorhammer. It's very cool. It's like this brown and tan coloured tank. So exclusive to this set. So we've got Kenner Parker Toys Inc. 1989. Kenner Parker Toys 1989. It's got the VROX logo. It's quite cool. The turret does move. Now the interesting thing about these vehicles is they are die cast. So they are really cool. And again, the whole point of this tank is it's supposed to be today's tank, sort of. Well, it's supposed to be a bit larger than today's tanks, but not as large as this missile, this mobile launch complex. So that's quite cool, really. The scale is quite accurate, even though these tanks are supposed to be larger than today's tanks. So it's quite a cool stuff. It's quite a cool idea from Kenner. It's a great toy line. Yep, that is Mega Force Thorhammer. It's a really cool vehicle. The wheels roll really well. It's even got some detail underneath the vehicle as well. There's lots of stuff built in and really good detail. So yep, this has been Mega Force Thorhammer. Thank you much for watching. It's been Retroaction. I'll be back with the Mega Force Strato Fortress. I did have Crossbolt as well, but Crossbolt's not complete, so I didn't think I should show you that. But there you go. Definitely a great line to pick up if you can find it. Like I said, I got these back in 2021, and I wish I uploaded a video when that happened, but I didn't get around to them until now. So there we are, on 2nd February 2022, and I'm starting with the Mega Force reviews from Kenner. Kenner Mega Force reviews. Hopefully that means more other reviews as well. Anyways, be Retroaction. See you next time. Definitely pick this up if you can find it. Bye for now.